Good afternoon, everyone, for joining us on this wonderful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. So come on in, um, get your pen and paper, take some notes. We just want to give some free information, some free tips um, on home ownership. That's right. You can buy a home. You can own your own home. You don't have to rent all of your life. Let's turn, yeah. Just so you don't have to rent all of. And as I always say, renting um, it's okay if it's for a season. So come on in. We're gonna give free. Look at somebody and say free. Okay, this is free advice, free tips on home ownership. So
So if you have any questions, feel free to comment. We'll answer questions, but we're going to go through some of the most frequently asked questions that we typically get for people that are wanting to buy a home. Not even for the first time, it could be your second time around. It may have been some circumstances that caused you to sell the first time, and now you're wanting to buy again. And so we're going to give you some tips, some pointers, how to prepare for home ownership, some things that you can do um, to get ready, because sometimes you may just decide I want to buy a house, and then you find out you need to do A, B, C, D, and it discourages you because you really weren't prepared. So we kind of want to give some tips on what you need to do and some of our most frequently asked questions that we typically get regarding purchasing a home.
yes, so let me slow down and do this. I don't think we introduce ourselves for those who may not know us. I'm Ephraim Wyndham, known as Mr. Real Estate, and this is.
I am Mrs. Real Estate. I am Alicia Wyndham, and we're A&E Home Realty Group,
Yes.
and we're with JP and Associates Realtors.
Yes. So, all right. So let's start with this. Here's a very popular situation. Tax returns. Can I buy a house if I don't have my tax returns? And the answer is no. You must have your tax returns at least 2 years. And depending on the bank or depending on the lender, some lenders may ask you for the last 3 years. It just really depends on the consistency of your tax returns or your employment, if you will. So the question is, can I buy a home without my tax returns? And the answer is no, unless you're paying cash. Okay, unless you're paying cash or putting down a large sum of money in the amount of maybe 10 to 15, 20% down. You can kind of get away from tax returns. However, you do need your bank statements, but I don't want to go there just yet. So, can I buy a house without my tax returns? No. You need your tax returns, and the lender, the bank, they're going to ask you for your most recent, your last 2 years of your tax returns. Okay. Um, and for my self-employed people.
So can I buy a house if I'm self-employed? That's a question that we typically get. And the answer is yes. You can buy a house if you're self-employed. However, you should be self-employed for at least 2 years. So if you left your career in corporate America last year and now you're self-employed, you need to be self-employed for another year. So there should be 2 years of self-employment in order to qualify for a home loan.
And for those who are self-employed, for everyone actually, but for those who are self-employed, especially you, make sure you have someone who's handling your taxes well. Okay, make sure that you can get to your tax returns. Make sure that that person can be there for you to assist you if you need them. People, it is so vital for you someone handling your taxes and all your filings and all that good stuff, so that you can have everything together. You won't have a hard time finding your tax return. If you need to make some what it's called amendments, I don't know what it's some yeah, whatever it takes. Make sure you have someone that is handling your taxes very well. Okay.
Okay, and so another question that we get: how much money do I need to that I need to pay down in order to buy a home? So typically, the amount that you need is 3.5% is what you typically need for a down payment. Now, some people may qualify for down payment assistance, so you may not have to pay that full 3.5% down. And that 3.5% is 3.5% of the amount of the home. So if you're buying a house that costs $200,000, it's 3.5% of $200,000. You will be responsible for that amount, or you can qualify for down payment assistance, which will cover a great sum of that amount. So in addition to that 3.5%, you also have your closing costs. So your closing costs could vary. There's no set amount for closing costs. It varies. And so when you apply for a home loan, your lender will tell you how much that is. We've had some people that close on homes and they may pay $12,000 to close. We have some people that may pay $1,000 to close. We have people getting money back at closing. So it varies depending on your situation, your circumstance, how much the house costs, how much, down payment assistance you may get, or so forth and so on. So it varies. So the amount you need to know is that I know I need to have at least 3.5% down saved, roughly, for a down payment.
Yes. So here's the question again. Is there down payment assistance available for me? And the answer is yes. And I know a lot is going on in this world right now, COVID-19 and all these other things. But down payment assistance is still available for you. Yes. And you don't have to do the paperwork for it. You don't have to apply for it. Your lender will do the application for you. That's right.
All you need to tell them is, I want down payment assistance.
Mhm.
And most times, most people do qualify for down payment assistance, and it helps tremendously because,
Yes.
that extra money, you can use it to buy new furniture for your new house.
Right.
You don't have to worry about coming up with extra money for down payment.
Right, right. That is so true. So true. Now, I will say this. If you and your husband, you and your wife, or your family make, $200,000 a year, then no, you won't be able to cash in on the down payment assistance program. It does have an income limit on it, or a salary limit, if you will, that you can make to be eligible for the down payment assistance program. However, listen, you can call us, contact us, and we can get more in detail with you.
And I also have a program for teachers, first responders, government employees, and nurses, people in medical professions. If you're in that profession, there's a program that will help you with your down payment, and there are no income guidelines on that. If you make $100,000, you would still be eligible for assistance. So if you're interested in that program, contact me and we can get the ball started on that. We can get the ball rolling on that, because there are no income limits if you're a first responder, nurse, teacher, or a government employee.
Yes. Here's another question, a popular question right now. Is this a good time to buy? Yes. Well, I saw in the news there's no homes. Yes. I saw in the news where they said the market is crazy. It is still a good time to buy. Why is that? Why is it still a good time to buy, even though the market may be somewhat tight? The reason being is because interest rates are still low. Interest rates are what determines, or let me say it this way, is a governing factor of your monthly mortgage amount. Yes. So the lower the rate, the less you're paying every month. The higher the rate, the more you're going to pay in mortgage. So the interest rates are still very, very low right now. So yes, it's still a good time to buy. And yes, builders are still building new construction homes you can get. You can get a brand new house built from the ground up. So here, the question is it still a good time to buy? And the answer is yes, it is still a good time to buy. And we can help you with the process.
And
All
not
right?
only buying, it's a good time to sell too, because you will
Yes.
get maximum value for your home. So if you're not in the market to buy but thinking about selling, it is a good time to sell.
Mhm.
And Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate, you'll have two realtors working you to get your home sold and to help you find the house that you want to purchase. So you don't just have to worry about one person having all these people to deal with and can't get to me. You'll have two people working for you. And so we work hard for our clients to help find the home that they need. We work hard in negotiating so you can get a good price for the home that you're trying to buy.
Yes, we work hard for our clients, and we believe in miracles. We believe that there's nothing impossible. There's a plan for everybody. This is what I tell people all the time. Your plan may not be my plan. My plan may not be the next person's plan, but there is a plan for everybody. You just have to call us so we can work out the plan for your situation. It's never going to change. You're never going to know the plan if you just sit there and say, well, am I creative? No, call us. Let us communicate with you. Let us determine what your plan is. There is a plan for everyone. So once again, is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? Yes and yes.
Okay, and so another question we get is, what should my credit score be if I want to buy a house? What do I need to do? So your credit score, we say at least have a 620 credit score. You need at least a 620. There are some programs that will go down to 600, some that may go down to 585, but those programs sometimes require a little more money. So we say at least have a 620 credit score. So if you're not quite there yet, there's some things you can do that can kind of help you. Call us. We can kind of walk you through it to let you know some things, some tricks that you can do to help boost your credit score up a little bit. So 620 is like the minimum credit score. That's almost like a shoe-in. You don't really have to worry about doing anything extra. So at least have a 620 credit score. But the higher the credit score, always the better. But you need at least a 620 credit score.
Yes. And we do have people on our team that can assist you with your credit. Yes.
So if the credit's not quite there, or if it's totally jacked up, we have programs available that will help get your credit on track and get the score that you need to purchase a house.
So not only are we realtors, but we are very knowledgeable of what you need to do for your credit reports. So listen, I think we better say this right now. Did you know that we offer free consultations? Yes, free consultations. So you can contact us and we can schedule a consultation to talk about your credit or to talk about where you are in life right now. When is your lease going to be up? All that good stuff. We can help you get started right now today. So what's another good question?
So another question we often get, if I find a home that I want to purchase and I put in an offer, how quick it be before I can move? Most times, if you find a pre-existing home and they accept your offer, 30 days tops. That's what you have before you move into your new home. All it takes is 30 days. So it's not a long, drawn-out process. The hardest part of the process, or the longest part of the process, is finding the home that you want. And once you put in an offer and it's accepted, then it takes 30 days. Now, if you're going the new build route, it could be 4 to 6 months, 3 to 6 months. It just depends on the stage of the home when purchasing a new build. So for a pre-existing home, 30 days once your offer is accepted. For a new build, 3 to 6 months.
Yes, just like that. Another question that we get along those lines is, what if I've already signed a lease with my apartment complex? Or what if I've already signed another lease with my landlord? Call us. We can teach you how to get out of your lease when it comes to purchasing a home. Really? You can? Yes. We can teach you what to do regarding your current lease. So call us and we can walk you through that. Okay? We can walk you through that. What's another good one? Let me since we're talking about credit, can I get approved for a loan while I'm going through disputes? While I'm disputing things on my credit, if I dispute things on my credit, can I get a loan? And the answer is no. They want those disputes resolved or removed before you get approved. Okay, I'll say it again. who are disputing things on your credit report, or you have paid credit repair people and they got a bunch of disputes on your reports. Most lenders now, most banks, they want those disputes resolved or removed before you purchase a home. Okay. We have our team that can help with that too. Yes. So there's nothing that we're not ready for, but we do have that question come up a lot. Hey, I'm disputing a lot right now. I got disputes on my credit report. Can I still move forward? The best thing to do is to get those disputes removed or resolved. Okay.
Okay, another question we often get is, I've defaulted on my student loans, can I still buy a house? If you have defaulted on your student loan, you cannot purchase a home. However, if you have a student loan and it's in good standing, you can still purchase a home. So don't let, oh, my student loan is $100,000, they won't allow me to get a home. Yes, you can still get a loan with a student loan. You can get a home loan with a student loan. If you on a income-based repayment plan with your student loan, you can still qualify for a mortgage. So don't let that discourage you. Don't let the amount of loan discourage you. Just call us and we'll walk through different scenarios, because we know life hands us different things. So everyone has a different scenario. So, but don't let that discourage you thinking, I can't buy a house because of this or because of that. You can still buy a home. Also, if you are a veteran, you can still buy a home. You can buy a home with no down payment.
Yes.
A VA loan, you don't need a down payment. You will be responsible for your closing costs, but there's no down payment. So we have programs for our veterans and military professionals. If you're military and you're relocating to this area, we can assist you with that as well.
I'm trying to see if I hear our phone ringing. I don't hear our phone ringing yet. Why aren't you calling? Someone should be calling us by now. This is free information, and we will schedule a free consultation with you.
And we handle the entire DFW
Yes.
Metroplex. We handle it all. And I am licensed in Missouri and Kansas. So if you have a property in Missouri or Kansas, or you're wanting to buy in Missouri or Kansas, I can help you with that as well.
Yeah. So here, so let me get this question out of the way. Can I find a house $900 a month? Can I find a house for $1,000 a month? $1,200 a month? We get that question a lot too.
Because I want my mortgage to be the same amount as I pay rent.
Right. I don't want to go over $900 a month for my house. And we must be honest with you. There's really no such thing. There's no such house out there, not that we know of. Let me explain why. When you purchase a home, the mortgage portion of your home, it may be $1,100. It may be $1,000. It may be $1,300. It may be $1,200, so forth and so on. But when you purchase a home, they create what they call an escrow account for you, which includes your mortgage payment, your insurance, and the money to cover your taxes. And they roll that up all into one payment. Well, a mortgage may be $1,100, but by the time they add your taxes and your insurance in there, it may be $1,900, $1,800, depending on the price of the overall price of the home. So we get people all the time, I want to purchase a house, my credit is good, I got a good job, but I don't want to pay over $800 a month. Ooh.
And this is, and we're talking specifically for Texas, because I know in Kansas and Missouri, taxes are a lot lower than in Texas. You know, in Texas, the property tax can be pretty high. So when you add that in, like I said, in conjunction with what your principal payment is, you got the taxes, you got the insurance, and it's all rolled into one, it'll make your payment, you know, a little higher.
So I hope you understood what we just explained about it. And guess what? We have a free consultation waiting on you, and we can explain that in more detail.
So we only have like a couple more minutes. So if you have questions or comments, feel free to put in the chat. But like we said, our number is 214-326-3182. You can go to our website, aehomerealty.com. You can look at houses on there. You can browse. Feel free to browse. If you have questions, we offer a free consultation to help get you started, because we're just getting on here today to kind of summarize some of our frequently asked questions, but you may have more questions. We may have said something that sparked the interest or whatever. Feel free to call us, reach out to us.
Yes. And while you're commenting or getting your questions together, I also want to uh, tell everyone that I buy houses cash. So if you see an old house in your neighborhood that's run down, looks like it's about to fall down, call me, and I will buy that house cash. And also, if you know someone that needs to move and relocate quickly, they need to move fast. They need to sell their house fast and relocate. Have them to call us. We'll buy that house cash. Or if you know someone that has passed away, or a family member that has passed away, and the home is just sitting there rotting, and the family just want to sell it because they don't have the kind of money to fix it up, have them to call me. I'll buy that house cash. Okay. So, any questions? Do we have any questions coming in?
Can you legally remove a charge off of your credit report?
For That's a great question, Tony. And the answer is yes. However, it must be done by someone who knows the laws of credit reports. We have someone, a matter of fact, we have a couple of people on our team that can help remove charge-offs because they know the laws of the credit bureaus and so forth and so on. So it has to be somebody who know what they're doing. Okay, you just can't write a letter of dispute and so forth and so on. But the answer is yes, and it must be for someone who knows credit law or credit bureau law and how to get those removed from your credit report.
Because there are a lot of different people that say we fix credit, we can do this and that for your credit, and it mainly involves a bunch of dispute. We're disputing it and hoping they remove it. It really doesn't go into a lot of detail on really fixing up your credit. And a lot of people find out I paid all this money every month and not much has changed on my report. So you have to be very careful who you use to help fix and repair your credit.
Yes. So great question, Tony. Thank you so much for that question. Anyone else have any questions? Anyone else have any questions? Come on, y'all. This is free for you. And whatever questions you may have about the home buying process, we want to answer those questions for you as well.
But if you don't feel comfortable putting in the chat, then you can or text this number 214-326-3182. We'll respond to you via text. We'll respond to a call or email aehomerealtygroup@gmail.com. We have various ways in which you can reach us, and we will respond to you promptly.
Also, one more popular question: can I purchase a home if I've had a foreclosure before? If I've had a foreclosure previously in my life, can I purchase a home? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes, and more yes. However, there is a waiting period. If it's been 3 years or more, you are free to purchase a home. Yes, you are free to purchase a new home. I know people have been waiting, 5, 7 years. Well, I heard it's gonna be 7 years. No, you can purchase a home after a foreclosure.
And the same applies after a bankruptcy. There's just a waiting period.
Yes.
So call us. We can give you more information on that as well. So there's no excuse as to why you can't purchase a home. You can purchase a home. You just have to be willing to try and not get discouraged, because we hear so many myths and tales and we don't know what's true or not, and we're hesitant to reach out and start the process. Contact us and start the process. If you believe you can do it, we believe you can do it.
Yes.
And we will work with you until you complete the process.
Yes.
We will be there with you every step of the way.
Yes. Do not procrastinate. Don't continue to say, well, I'll call them next year. But get the process started now so that you can be living in your house next year or before. I think this is August. I think last year, this time, we began to tell people you can be in your home by Christmas. Yes, you can be in your home by New Year's. you can be in your home celebrating with your family during the holidays if you start now. Okay.
So don't delay. Call us today, and we appreciate you tuning in. Listen how you can buy a home. Contact us 214-326-3182. We're Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate, Alicia and Ephraim Wyndham, A&E Home Realty Group. So call us today. Visit our website, aehomerealty.com. That's aehomerealty.com. So again, thank you for joining us, and we will chat with you soon.
Share this broadcast.